Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I'm gonna be ranking Lethal Company monsters. If I sound weird, it's because I'm sick. I'm using someone else's tier list, this person. Let's just get started. Starting with the Hoarding Bug, A tier, because they're silly little guys, but they can be mean sometimes, so. They also do kind of collect loot for you, so if you just let them collect stuff the whole game and then you kill them at the end, you already have a stash of loot. Fighters, B tier, they're cool enemies, but sometimes they camp like doors and stuff, and that's annoying. They also got buffed in the last update, which I don't think they really needed. They were already really powerful. Brackens are cool, but they do really get on my nerves sometimes. Like this one time, the Bracken was literally camping the fire exit door, so the second I walked in, I got my neck snapped. That was really annoying, and they love to just snap your neck at the worst time. They're still cool enemies though. Snare fleas, I don't really like these guys as much. They're really easy to deal with if you have a weapon or you're near an exit. Otherwise, it's just a guaranteed death unless you can outrun them. They're mainly just annoying. They're not that big of a threat. Coilheads are pretty cool. They're just as annoying as the Bracken, but for completely different reasons. Because if a coilhead spawns, you basically gotta have someone looking at it the entire game, or else kind of forced to evacuate. Unless you're in the facility map, but unless you go to offense, that's not gonna happen that much. If you're on a facility map, you could just lock it behind one of the terminal doors. They're just cool looking. They make the game actually difficult. Hydrogears are B tier because they're really slow, they're really big, they do a surprising amount of damage. Like for the longest time, I just had it in my head that like they did low damage, kinda slow, enough to where you could like run through it if you landed in the middle after jumping over it, but no. If you land in the middle trying to jump over it, you're done for. Anyways, they kind of get annoying because a lot of the time they're in spots that are hard to get them out of, and they're blocking the only way to go sometimes. I don't know, they're just kind of cool. Poor Lizards, easy S tier. They're just silly little guys. I want one as a pet, and that's all I have to say. Gestures pre-update, I probably would have said A tier, but after the update, oh my goodness, they suck. Their wind-up time basically got halved in the update. If you have a jester, you're basically just forced to leave. Because a lot of the times, at least from what I've experienced, they just camp the entrance. Unless you get good fire exit luck, then you're kind of screwed. But they are cool enemies. They also put challenge in the game. Overall, they're just really cool. Nutcrackers, easy S tier. Even after the update that severely nerfed them, they're just really cool enemies. I like that they, you know, give you a weapon that's like really overpowered. I've devoted so much time into practicing killing them. I've pretty much become like an expert on nutcracker killing, and yet I still die half the time. Overall, they're just pretty cool. Mask, I don't know, it's between C and B, because they're just annoyances a lot of the time. They do give you a pretty good scare. I will say that they're one of the scarier ones, along with like Coilheads and maybe Bracken. Masks are kind of just annoying though. They spread like an infection, and if there's like 3 masks, you can't really do anything unless you have a shotgun. You can kill a mask one-on-one pretty easily with a shovel, but if there's more than one, you're done for. I think I'll leave them in B tier because they're not that bad. Ghost Girl, same as the mask, honestly. Like, cool concept. Really annoying. I'll put her in B tier because she does add quite a bit of challenge to the game, and she is counterable, although sometimes she kind of just goes to the 3rd stage for no reason. From what I've heard, all that aggroes her is looking at her and getting too close to her, and sometimes I'll do neither and she'll just go to 3rd stage anyway. I don't know why. She's just weird like that. Once you know how to deal with her, she's not like a you gotta evacuate this moon immediately type of enemy. It's just, oh great, now I have this. It's gonna be extra annoying to do anything. Thumpers are really annoying. They are challenging, yeah, but they're just annoying. Killing them with shovels is extremely hard. You have to get really good with a shovel. A lot of the time, you'll see them early game, and you don't really have anything to defend yourself with anyway, so you're kind of just forced to leave if it's near the entrance. They also give a lot of scare. They do scare me more than a lot of the other enemies. Eyeless dogs, I honestly really like these. They've probably caused me more deaths than half of these on here, but I don't know, I just really like the concept of being quiet to avoid them. They're just really annoying when in combination with giants and worms. They also just look cool. Giants, B tier, they can be killed now, at least. That's an upside, but they're still kind of annoying because they are faster than you at walking speed. I think you're slightly faster than them at running speed, with no weight, of course. But a lot of the time, there's just nothing you can really do about them. You gotta hide behind stuff, I guess. But like, if you have other stuff to worry about, oh well. They're pretty cool looking, but they're just more annoying than dogs are. Before the update, baboon hawks probably would have been A or S tier. After the update, these guys suck. There's no reason they should have 0.5 power level. There's no reason they should spawn in groups of 2, and there's no reason they should be able to steal loot from the ship. They were already annoying as is. They did not need to be made more powerful. If anything, maybe the groups of 2 thing. Everything else could have been left out. They're just really annoying. I like worms a lot. You don't really get to see them that much, but I think they're really cool, and after the update, kind of nerfing them to make them more fair, they're just a really cool concept, especially since you can kill literally anything with them. Bees, these guys are pretty cool. I like probably A tier. It's cool that you can get scrap and stuff outside of the facility, and it's cool that they have like a defense mechanism and all that. These are just cool. Old birds, oh, that's a really tough decision between A and S tier. I think I'll do A tier because they're really overpowered, but they're also really cool. If they were less overpowered, I'd probably put them S tier. The thing with the old birds is that if one of them spawns, eventually there's gonna be like 20 of them because they kill anything and everything on the map. Once something's dead, it takes away from the power level and the spawn cap, which means that more of them could spawn, and the more that spawn, the more things that die, and then the more that spawn, and then eventually it's just all old birds, and then when you're trying to get back to the ship, it's impossible because their line of sight is insane. Although you could use their missiles to your advantage to get back to the ship, because if you're not directly on top of it, it kind of just boosts you without doing any damage. That's really the only upside. Also, I'd like the button. I'd much rather deal with a bunch of old birds on, like, say, Artifice than regular nighttime enemies. That's another upside to them. I don't know about the other maps, they don't spawn as much, but on Artifice, yeah, I'd much rather deal with old birds. You really just gotta sneak around them whenever they spawn. Anyways, I really do like the sound design on them. All the sound effects that they make are really cool, and they also look really cool. Everything about them is just cool. Butlers, butlers, butlers. Oh my goodness, where do I put you? If we were ranking butlers and the hornets separately, the hornets would be on D tier, but since it's both of them in one, I'll put it C tier because the butler itself is a really cool enemy. I love the butler. The hornets are the worst thing that have ever been introduced to this game. I swear. There's no reason they should be able to open doors. They're basically just circuit bees, but inside, so you know, less open space to move around in. And a lot of the time, the butlers are at the main entrance when you kill them, because, you know, they look for you, and where do you spend the most time? Oh, I don't know, the main entrance. So if you kill one at the main entrance, then they just camp the main entrance, and you can't do anything about it. So, like, if you have a teammate that doesn't know not to kill them, what do? You just can't do anything. So the butler's cool, the bees are not. Tulip snakes are amazing. I love tulip snakes so much for the same reason that I love spore lizards. They're just silly little guys. They don't do anything to you. They're just silly. I love them so much. I want one as a pet. Whoever made this tier list put the traps on here. All these can go in D tier. There's no reason. I just feel like they shouldn't be on an enemy's tier list. That's the only reason. Okay, that's it. I want to see if I missed anything. This person missed the daytime enemy, except for the bees. The manticoils and the roaming locust. Manticoils, probably A tier. They're just silly little guys, but they run away from you a lot, and you don't really get to see them much. If you got to see them more, I'd put them in S tier. Roaming locusts, probably B or C tier. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing as the manticoils, except they're not silly little guys. They also get seen even less. A lot of the time, you just don't even notice them. They are cool, like, ambient. I think I'll just end the video off there. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe and comment and turn on notifications and share. And I'm running out of things to say. Shadows out.